Hello students. So in our first chapter, that means rational number, one important topic is that inserting rational numbers between two given rational numbers. Okay. So suppose if we have two rational numbers like a and b, then the rational number between a and b should be a plus b by 2. So if we need to find one rational number between a and b, then we can apply the formula that the rational number between a and b will be a plus b by 2. Okay. So and there are two conditions. Suppose if b greater than a, then the a plus b by 2 will be less than a but greater than b. But if a greater than b, then the a plus b by 2 should be greater than a but less than b. Okay. So now suppose if we so now we will try to solve the example number 13. So which is insert one rational number between 2 and 3. So we need to put a rational number between 2 and 3, is not it? So we know that according to the formula we can say that the rational number between 2 and 3 should be 2 plus 3 by 2. So 5 by 2 will be the answer. Okay. Now if we consider the for number 14th example, so insert example number 14, which is insert two rational numbers between 4, 7 and 8, right? So the rational number between 7 and 8 should be 7 plus 8 by 2, so which is 7.5. It is one rational number between 7 and 8, is not it? Now we need to find another rational number between 7 and 8, right? So the rational number between 7 and 7.5 is also a rational number between 7 and 8, is not it? So if we find the rational number between 7 and 7.5, then also it will be equals to the rational number between 7 and 8. So we need to find the rational number between 7 and 7.5 or 7.5 and 8. Okay. So if we find the rational number between 7 and 7.5, it should be 7 plus 7.5 by 2. So it will be 7.25. So we can write that 7, then 7.25, then 7.5 and 8. So 7.25 and 7.5 are the two rational numbers between 7 and 8. But alternatively, we can say that 7, 7.5 and 8, we know that. But if we now add 7.5 plus 8 by and if we divide it by 2, then the rational number 7.5 plus 8 by 2 is in between the 7.5 and 8, is not it? Okay, so it is also a rational number between 7 and 8. So the rational numbers then should be 7 and 7.5 and 7.75 and 8. So 7.5 and 7.75 is also two rational numbers between 7 and 8. So we can apply either this formula or this formula. Okay. Now same, if we try, so now we will try to find the rational number, three rational numbers between 3 and 4. So we know that the rational number between 3 and 4 is 3 plus 4 by 2, that means 3.5. Now the rational number between 3 and 3.5 is also the rational number between 3 and 4. And the rational number between 3.5 and 4 is also the rational number between 3 and 4, right? So now the rational number between 3 and 3.5 is 3.3, 3 plus 3.5 by 2, and the rational number between 3.5 and 4 is 3.5 plus 4 by 2. So 3.25 is the rational number between 3 and 3.5, and 3.75 is the rational number between 3 and 3.5 and 4. So the rational number between 3 and 4 is the three rational numbers between 3 and 4 is 3, 3.5, 3.25, 3.5, 3.75 and 4. Okay. So another method of inserting rational numbers between two given rational numbers is, suppose we have two rational numbers 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. We need to insert a rational number between these two, right? So what we will do, we will add the numerators and divided by we will add the denominators. Okay. So 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. So 3 and the numerators are 3 and 4. So 3 plus 4 divided by the 5 plus 7, that means addition of the denominators also. So we will get 7 by 12. It is also a rational number between 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. It is an alternate method. Okay, alternative method. So Now we need to find three rational numbers between this, so we need to find two more rational numbers between 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. So the rational number between 3 by 5 and 7 by 12 is also a rational number between 3 by 5 and 4 by 7. So the rational number between 3 by 5 and 7 by 12 is numerators 3 and 7. So 3 plus 7, denominators 5 by 12, so 5 and 12, so by 5 plus 12. So it is the rational number between 3 by 5 and 7 by 12, and the rational number between 7 by 12 and 4 by 7 is 7 plus 4 by 12 plus 7. So the three rational numbers are 10 by 17, 7 by 12 and 11 by 19. Okay, so now if we need to find a large number of rational numbers between two given rational numbers, then we need to apply a different method. Okay, so what is it? So the question is, insert 5 rational numbers between 3 by 4 and 7 by 8. Okay, if we need to find a large number of rational numbers like 5 rational numbers or 6 rational numbers, so then we will simply at first calculate the LCM of the denominators. That means 4 and 8 is the denominators. 4 and 8 are the denominators. So the LCM of 4 and 8 is 8. So now what we need to do? Make denominator of each given rational number equal to 8. So if we make the denominator equals to 8, then for equality we need to also multiply the numerator by the same number, is not it? So 4 is multiplied by 2, so numerator 3 is also multiplied by 2, so the number is 6 by 8, and another number is 7 by 8, so we need to multiply 7 and 8 both by 1, so 8 into 1 into 7 into 1, that means 7 by 8. Okay, so now what we need to do? So now we need to multiply the both the numbers, okay, by a number one more than the number of rational numbers we need to find. Okay, so here we need to find 5 rational numbers, so we need to multiply both the numerators and denominators of both the number by 5 plus 1, that means 6. Okay, so now we need to multiply the numerators and denominators of both the numbers by 6. So 6 into 6 by 8 into 6, that means 36 by 48, and 7 by 8, so 7 into 6 by 8 into 6 is 42 by 48. So the rational numbers between 36 by 48 and 42 by 48 is also the rational are also the rational numbers between 7 by 8 and 6 by 8, is not it? Because 36 by 48 is also equals to 6 by 8, and 42 by 48 is also equals to 7 by 8. So the rational numbers between 36 by 48 and 42 by 48 is also are also the rational numbers between 7 by 8 and 6 by 8. So the rational numbers between 36 by 48 and 42 by 48 will be 37 by 48, 38 by 48, 39 by 48, 40 by 48 and 41 by 48, is not it? So thus we can find the rational numbers between any two, we can find a large number of rational numbers between any two rational numbers. Okay.